Hello HEMA friends, and welcome to this new episode of our Longsword Beginner's Guide. Today we are going to learn how to thrust and also how to lunge properly. So let's start. First of all, let's start with the lunge. To execute this movement, you have to launch your front foot forward. You don't have to gently reach the position with your foot this time. Instead, you have to launch your weight forward and land firmly over your front foot. Your back foot instead will remain firmly anchored to the starting position. This version of the lunge is more specific for the longsword, and so, especially when you execute the lunge with your left foot forward, lift the heel of your back foot. This will create a better hips alignment and will decrease the chance of hip injuries caused by overextension. To help yourself execute the lunge properly without the weapon, launch your hands forward and let this movement start your stepping motion. Remember that you should be able to recover from your lunge, so don't exaggerate it, but at the same time, don't do it too short. Let's give a look to the thrust now. The Italian longsword guard we will use for our purpose is named Breve, which is a good thrust-centric guard. From your Breve position, move your hands forward in a relaxed fashion. Try to move the sword in a perfect line without further movements of the hands. When you go faster, try to stay relaxed with your arms and shoulder during the execution of the thrust, and tense up only in the end of the action. Now it's time to merge our first two exercises. To train the correct timing of the thrust and lunge, it's a good idea to always start with the weapon first and then follow with your hands. Execute every part of the action properly. Remember, there is no need to rush. When you start to get better at this action and you increase the speed, you will notice that the lunge and the thrust will start almost at the same time. But it's extremely important to always move the hands first, because this helps a lot our lunge. Because throwing the weight of the hands and the weapons forward makes the footwork easier to execute. Now let's play with what we have seen in the past lesson. First of all, we will start to execute our thrust with a new complex footwork, half step and lunge. First of all, execute the half step as we have seen in the past lesson. When you recover your back foot, start your hand motion and then follow instantly with your lunge. And now the last exercise of this lesson. This time we will train our form and our coordination. Start the exercise with your half step forward, thrust and lunge, as we have seen before. Then move back into your Breve with an half step back, as we have seen in the past lesson, and from this position thrust again, this time without any stepping motion. Keep doing it for at least 1 minute per session. Remember, every exercise of this lesson needs to be executed with both the right and the left foot forward. So, we are at the end of our third lesson. In the next one, we will build up our first parry and riposte action. Remember guys, if you want to know more about my work and you want to support this channel too, give a look to my Patreon page. You will find the link in the video description. As always, thanks for watching guys, and see you next time.